camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception.
Side, it's a foot race. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Still going inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So if both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail, they answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Second and 3.
Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test. Taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the
second down. Achane gets it from the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Jets, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, team a great chance to...
Achane hit and the ball is held. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Achane. Touchdown.
Two good drives on their first two possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Open man here is Conklin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 23 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
A bad false start penalty there, now 2nd and 6. They'll stick with Algier. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It will be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have retaken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hill diving, and he's got it. Full extension. What a catch.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
They'll run. Achane.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Devon Achane.
With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Condors have moved out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October.
Get tape on them. They get scouting reports. They start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets have yet again retaken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And they get him down, but
not the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A throw over the middle, taken in. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's into space past the 25. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, Achane.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll go, Achane.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Devon Achane.
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Condors' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Jets set to take the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
He may go.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Tyler Algier, 70 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
And here's Bradley Pinion now.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Strong again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he fields it cleanly.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Algier now up the middle.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll set up to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. 47 yards.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They go play action here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Algier is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been a great... all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps.